Hey YouTube, here again for another stupid series. Today we're going to talk about Americanisms. Some of them obvious, some of them not so obvious. The first one I think is typified by something I saw a few years ago. I was driving through Bexhill, and on the left and the right of the main road coming into Bexhill from where I live, there's trees, and the trees' roots had pulled the pavement up so that it was an uneven surface, and on every single tree was a big yellow sign: warning, uneven surface. That sign helped nobody. I mean, think about it. If you're blind, you can't see the sign, so it's irrelevant. So you're still at danger. Unless you've got the dog and you're very careful, that road is still a danger. The sign helps you not. If you can see, then you can see those things right in front of you. So the reason that sign is up is purely to stop people from suing. So if anyone does trip and fall, the council can go, well, we put up signs. That culture of suing never existed in this country. It's an American culture that has sort of crept into our society. People would walk down that and go, oh, here's a chance to sue. Oh no, I tripped. Oh, my leg. And on it would go. Any injury. You could be in your own house. You fall, twist your ankle. The first thing people will do is, if there was no signs up, they'd go, I'll just say I fell over there, sue the council. So they have to protect themselves from dishonesty. And even if the signs weren't up and you fell there and you said it's the council's fault, you're dishonest. Because it's not the council's fault, it's your fault. If you can traverse the steps up your house, or you can traverse any kind of pathway while walking, which you can, then you should be able to get across the pavement without falling over. Your eyes are there to observe any hazards. Along that line of suing, recently I just heard a story of a man who went skiing in the Alps, and he's suing the resort because there was a whiteout and he got injured and there was no signs up. So when he got to the top of the mountain, he got off the lift and he saw it was snowing, but no signs that said whiteout. Did his eyes not respond and go, it's pretty heavy snow here, probably this is dangerous? No, he just ploughed on. He didn't respond to what his senses told him. It's not the mountain's fault. Yeah, as a precaution they put those up. It's a whiteout, this is not safe. But it's his responsibility to act to what he sees. It's not anybody else's responsibility. If he's stupid enough to go out in a whiteout, he can't sue anybody. I don't see what grounds he has to sue anybody. It's like those people when they're driving and they see a pothole in the road. Now, if you're really concentrating, you can avoid that pothole. No problem. Easy. But people wreck their wheels and then they go, well, I'm blaming the council. Yeah, the council should be sorting the roads out, but they can't sort every pothole out immediately. So when there's a pothole, it's your responsibility to be concentrating on the road enough to avoid the pothole. Really simple. So we now have this culture of suing. It's just every day we just, oh no, that's someone else's fault. No one wants to take the onus. No one wants to take the blame. In fact, we're told not to take the blame. You think about all the adverts we have that say, have you had an accident in the last 18 months? Was it your fault? Give us a free call at Lawyers for You, where you can reclaim up to 100% of your money. People are lured in by that and they think, yep, I deserve that money. Maybe, and on a rare occasion, people do deserve their money. But if people trip and fall, they have eyes, they have to take responsibility. Another Americanism is patronising. Americans feel the need to patronise you at almost all times. I don't think they realise they're doing it, but I'll give you a classic example. They don't just say, oh, can you go to the shop and buy some cereal? They'll say, can you go to the shop and buy some breakfast cereal? As if I need to be told when to eat cereal. I'm having it for lunch. You're what? It's a breakfast cereal. People eat cereal whenever. Sometimes I even have it in the evening. You don't need to tell me it's a breakfast cereal. Horseback riding? I know where to ride a horse, just on the back, not on the nose, or... In fact, I think I might just ride on the belly. Ridiculous. But the one that's really annoying me, this one sort of crept into our language. I've noticed people saying it, and it grates on me. Tuna fish. As if when you say that, I'm thinking of a cow. It's a what? It's a tuna fish. You sure it's not a tuna eagle? No, it's a fish. No, I'm not in any doubt as to what a tuna is. So you don't need to oversimplify it. You don't need to patronise me and tell me what animal it is. But I've noticed it's being said in England, so let's cut that out. Let's cut that nonsense out. Let's not patronise each other. Now, I don't know if any of you got the chance to watch the Super Bowl a month or so back, but I noticed that the commentators dropped into Americanisms. They couldn't help themselves. And it's one particular word, defence. You mean defence? Defence. All the English commentators were saying defence. I was thinking, why have you suddenly changed to... It's not like there was Americans watching the BBC, and if there were, it was a minority. The majority of people watching the BBC on that evening were English people. In America, they were probably watching it on CBS or whatever channel they were watching it on. But here in England, we say defence. We don't say soccer. We don't in an English accent say, and tonight we're going to watch the soccer match, because that's not the word we use. So why were we saying defence? I understand with offence, it's not really what we would say. We'd say attack in England, but you've kind of got to say it. But defence? Unless it's just say defence. Americanisms in language are generally patronising, or they sound stupid, like Italian, Iraq, Iran. All of those sound ludicrous. The people from those countries don't say those words. In fact, here's another one from Italy, is they say pasta. Do Italians say pasta? No, they don't. So let's just stick with pasta. And let's not fall into the trap of suing each other, because it's just not worth it. Let's just live our lives as normal human beings, taking responsibility.